Behold the lowly grease gun, much maligned, never fails, but you pick the thing up to grease a piece of gear, and there it is, gone. Barren as a billfold on the Monday after payday. But we'll never forget the good times we had. How many more apprentices must we been while flinging this thing into a low Earth orbit? A problem is not, but an opportunity. You gotta flip that shit around. The journeyman blames the apprentice for leaving the thing empty. The apprentice blames the helper, and the helper, well, it's his fault for everything. If only there were a way, some sort of novel invention, publicly disclosed on a venue such as this, that would allow you to see if you were just about out of grease. This is that. You want to help reduce world suck? You just go ahead and reduce world suck. This is the public disclosure of a novel invention, as the inventor of gravity once famously said, make something only as simple as it needs to be, but no simpler. We are going to have a indicator light on here, what for telling us when we're just about out of grease, if you'll allow me a brief digression. French fries were not invented. No, I fucked that up. Splayed out before us is the guilty party, the contents of a grease gun. Whatever you're inventing, you want to fail hard and fail fast. The weird thing about patents is that it doesn't actually need to work. You can just have the idea and not build it, which is absolutely absurd. In my guesstimation, the patent system is wholly corrupt and broken, and essentially just helps big corporations create a moat around their little businesses. The patent on your fantabulous whiz-bang invention is worth every single penny what you pay a team of rabid attorneys to litigate. Prototype the first neodymium magnet and a reed switch. A reed switch is just two tiny little magnetic switches, and when they come into a powerful magnetic field, they close. Shit like this never works the first time. So you're pumping, you're moving this plunger, what's got a magnet to it, and it's got to be a strong magnet because it has to be able to be sensed through this steel. So the magnetic flux needs to permeate this steel and go past it even. You're gonna need a little bit of power, so you need like a coin cell battery or something. Look at that. It works. It's working. So you're pumping, you're pushing that plunger, what's got the magnet on it, until the red light comes and tells you, hey, it's just about 15 minutes till coffee time. Moving on will affix a strong magnet to the plunger, so we actually get that effect where the plunger is stroking out the grease, and as it reaches the end of stroke, it lights this little LED indicator. Clean this up so we can stick a magnetti on there. I think super glue and a little strap. Decals! Sad to say we won't be seeing that fellow around too much often. Much like the gypsy wind. Who knows who he blows? He's off to the big smoke. Got honey potted into a brand new family. We wish him Godspeed and all the luck in the world. I'll stick a couple of pilots in here, put a brass strap on. Speaking of the Decals, yeah, what do you do when your heterosexual life partner leaves you for somebody with lady parts? Fucking hurts. It hurts a man. Who the fuck am I gonna blame now? Myself? I guess there's always Shaky. He'll be around for the summer. Shouldn't call him that, actually. That's essential tremor. It's a genetic condition. It'd be like making fun of Ricky Berwick for sticking his tongue out. You know what? I don't want to say anything, but You're kind of in my way. Just gonna scoot you over here. Fingies. Fingies. Come on, you piece of... Toit. Like a toiga. As an added bonus, it collects all the metal shavings. And never lets them go. Brass, the choice of Victorian era instrument makers the world over. I don't judge. Sometimes you got a dirty job, there's only one solution. The magic of a quick and dirty blowjob. Good for wet ales, yeah. And for wet ales. Ah! They're back. Let's screw this on nice and tight. Must have the wrong end in. Oh well. Wouldn't be the first time. Red and tacky. Matches both my eyes and my conversational prowess. That ends the debate. Fries were not first made in Belgium, nor were they first made in France. Invariably, fries are cooked in grease. Click. It appears to be working nicht. Must be because there's an air gap between the magnet and the outer. Yeah. I think we'll go on to stage 2. We'll have to drill a hole at the end effector here. Just a little one. And then plug it full of something so that the grease doesn't schmoo out. Also, which one of you fucking reprobates cross-threaded the cap? Oh, wait. No, there's hope. There's hope. It's just quite a bit tighter tolerance than I expected. It doesn't work on the... Oh, yeah, it works on the back side too. Ooh, I wonder if it... Oh, it does. Maybe it works better this way. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Fuck, there's a fair bit of force on that. Greasy hands, springs, tight threads. Everybody's favorite ocular dégoûment. Well, this is kind of fucky. It occurs to me that while it works in theory, it would never work in practice because you'd have grinding dust and so forth, which would false trigger that reed switch. So there's a better way to do this. Of course, this is a positive displacement pump. For every set stroke of this, you chooch out a certain amount of grease. So you know that there's about, I don't know, 100, say there's 100 shots in a tube. All you got to do is count the strokes. How do you count the strokes? Well, with a magnet and a Hall effect sensor feeding into a microcontroller, you get to say 90 pumps, and it says, Amber, you're running out. And then when you're really running out, it goes red, so you know to change the thing is with this, I would never buy a retrofit kit. I would buy this brand new if the grease gun had a feature like that. Of course you'd want it. But taking a manual gun and adding something to it, a counter, what needs a battery, el stupido, because now everybody's moving to these electric guns anyway, and if you're not out of grease, you're out of battery. Very telling artifact of the design process, the people who design these do not actually fucking use them, because it's a tiny cognitive leap to go from metering 1, 2, 3, 4 shots. There is already a Hall effect sensor in here. There is already a magnet on the pistone, and yet they do not count the strokes in order to tell you when you're just about out of grease. So that it does not exist tells me that it has not been invented, and this is a novel idea. As simple as it sounds, just take the data you're already collecting and have the microcontroller blink a light when you start getting low on grease. Huh? Thanks for watching. Keep your dick in a vise.